Yeah.
And
It's funny. Brian, we get to decide what Brian's got on his head, on his face, glasses wise, his whole
we
attire.
actually dressed up Brian today.
Yeah, we dress him up with the AI program that we use for our co-host. It's called A-Bri. And it's an artificial co-host, and yeah, we decided to give him a really cool guy hat.
You guys think I'm cool?
Yeah, we think you're cool.
Except me. Daddy.
You know it's
look
not
very,
cool.
very Limp Bizkit.
You know it's not cool.
What's not cool?
Yeah.
Some of this stuff that I've been looking into a little
you've
bit.
been really excited to share this information.
I've been digging.
And it was nice knowing you before we get started.
That's right. Yes, I'm not suicidal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a manifesto.
No, I mean this is all like work done by journalists, like real actual journalists that I'm trying to just kind of digging into and compiling and sort of making a bit of a timeline / narrative sort of thing. But I think it's really interesting. Just the so obviously AI is in the news a ton, right? Like
Too much.
everyone knows about Palantir, especially. It's kind of the most recognizable name in AI tech right now, and not so much for just its tech, but also because of its relationship to the U.S. government, right? The Trump administration. I mean, the biggest connection there is with Peter Thiel, one of the founders of Palantir, and he's the chairman of Palantir to this day. And
Is that the guy considered a godfather of AI?
AI. I mean, he's not an engineer. He's a capital guy. He's a venture capitalist, sort of like. Yeah, he's not writing code. He's not, he's not innovating. He's the money, and he's one of the faces of the company. And yeah, like I said, the big connection between him and J.D. Vance goes back over a decade. I mean, J.D. Vance was at Yale as a law student, and he saw Peter Thiel speak at some I don't know what, and the two met, and they were impressed with each other. They liked each other, and J.D. Vance started working for Mithril Capital, which is one of Thiel's venture capital firms. And then J.D. Vance also formed the conservative lobbyist group, the Rockbridge Network, and Peter Thiel was either the first or, he's a major financial backer of this Rockbridge Network, and
Why does some sort of like company have that rock in it, like Black Rock?
Yeah. It does sound
Why is
shady,
an evil
right?
company?
it's true. Rockbridge sounds very nefarious.
Very vague.
Actually, I mean, its name only comes from the town
really?
in Ohio that
There's
I
a lot
think
of rocks, a lot of evil rock
that all the
companies?
evil minds came together.
Okay.
So we've got Peter Thiel's little protege as the vice president, and I did think that it's interesting to see in the news here the last few months, and even going back a year or two, that publicly facing Peter Thiel's kind of making it seem like he's not a big fan of Donald Trump. He said once in an interview that after the first Trump term, that the ability that the government's ability to run the most basic aspects of government was maybe worse than even his low expectations. I don't know why he had low expectations though, because like he was a major early backer in 2016. He was backing him all through 2020, and even in 2021, according to the New York Times, Peter Thiel facilitated that introduction between Trump and Vance, because Vance at the time was a huge critic of Trump. He wasn't a fan, like you probably remember. Everyone was trying to get him, like during the election, they were trying to like, oh, Vance, you used to say he was like Hitler, and he was, and he was like, I don't care. So anyway, Peter Thiel kind of put these guys together and smoothed that whole thing over. But in the 2024 campaign, Peter Thiel said, I'm not gonna financially back any candidate. He still ostensibly was a Republican supporter and a Trump supporter, but he was kind of disillusioned a little bit or whatever. You know, he wasn't publicly anyway. He wasn't a big Trump fan, and then J.D. Vance becomes the running mate, and J.D. Vance a few months before the election was saying, "Hey, Peter, I know you said you're not donating any money, but maybe we got to get that going." And I'm not sure if that exactly happened, but either way, by December, after they won the election and they're the president and vice president elect, a bunch of Peter Thiel aligned billionaires and their cronies like David Sachs, Jim O'Neill, Trey Stevens, Michael Katzios, and Elon Musk were all within that Trump inner circle, if not being outright considered for a cabinet position. And some of those names were popping up in the first Trump term as well. Like Michael Katzios was the White House chief technology officer, and he was the former chief of staff at Thiel Capital.
Oh.
But anyway, so we're getting this very close partnership between private capital and private tech, with Palantir and the very highest office of the United States government.
And why should people like raise flags about that?
Well, this Palantir is known most for its surveillance technology. So, and also, I mean, just let's look at this quote here from a 2022 Rockbridge Network brochure that was kind of describing its goals, the goals of the think tank. And this is also at a time when Peter Thiel was backing J.D. Vance's Senate run, that 2022 Senate run. So anyway, it says, "Our goal is to bring together investors who are dissatisfied with the status quo of politics and raise capital to fund projects that will disrupt but advance the Republican agenda. We are focused on supporting people and projects that can end the decline and revitalize our country." And this disruption that they talk about is what Peter Thiel explicitly sees in Donald Trump, whether he likes him so much anymore or not. He did an interview this year with weird Catholic convert / mole person Ross Douthat, and he said that Trump and the populists are a disruptive factor that would prepare the stage for the process of true rebuilding. So, that's a little ominous.
What does that mean?
He also said, well, exactly, what does it mean? He also said in a 2009 essay that he had come to no longer believe that freedom and democracy are compatible. That's that's par for the course with guys like him and the other absolute vampire from Palantir. I can't remember his name right now, but
his boy, it looks like it was an explosion.
His hair is like exactly, Alex Karp. Alex Karp, yes.
Alex Karp looks gross.
He looks like a time travel. Like he looks like
he looks gross, and he is gross. More importantly,
shit, yeah.
Karp guy.
Yeah, like they've just gone on an absolute anti-worker, anti-freedom, pro-genocide, anti-human, anti-normal person tirade of the last couple of years, right? It's also funny that Palantir's first backer was In-Q-Tel, which is the venture capital firm operated by the CIA.
Huh.
And according to Business Insider, Peter Thiel became an FBI informant in 2021. So yeah, there's just lots of fun little connections between Peter Thiel and Palantir and the government, right? They're being awarded these enormous contracts, which is they're paid for by
they're racing. It's
public dollars, tax.
Big race right now, right? Against China, right?
For what, surveillance or just
AI?
Yeah,
right?
so
to build.
Well, it's also, I guess there's like a big 3 or prime 3 security contract people, like the airplane guy, like the old school ones.
Kind of
yeah, you've got your old defense contractors like your Boeings and
oh God, what are they?
Raytheon and
There's one more.
But there's a quote when they were unveiling Project Stargate, which at first I thought it was all UFOs. I'm like, oh my God, this is whatever. And then, but turns out that's just the title for their biggest AI infrastructure in America. But they had a quote there saying it's going to help the future man.
right, of course. Of course.
It kind of goes off that echoing,
future man.
haunting quote of.
Well, they're very closely aligned to security and like Patriot Act style surveillance predictive policing, facial recognition.
Yep. Yeah.
And also like, so you bring up like China and like, obviously China, these are like state companies developing, or not companies, but like, it's essentially the Chinese state developing these AIs and everything.
Yeah.
And we have a sort of hybrid version of that, of the public and private partnership, where public dollars are used to fund private programs and technology that ultimately gets people really rich. And these people who are getting really rich are, they have the ear of politicians, and they always tend to have, these very specific visions for what they think society should look like. And it's not, they don't really care what you have to say about that.
No. They never
Yeah. Yeah. They don't seem to be fans of people usually.
No,
These guys.
exactly.
Although they're a fan of people that fall in line and submit.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And are useful to them,
Because
right?
they can't be rich and powerful without, the rest of the civilization they're stepping on. 'cause then
Why would the government be on board? Like, I wonder what those talks are like, where Teal is obviously kind of wants to supersede the government in control. Why would they entertain that?
Well, a big goal of his is to kind of tear down the administrative state, the
Yeah.
public sector, and that's kind of been the goal of Republicans and most Republicans for a long time too. So, shrinking basically they want to shrink the government and replace it with private business, and and so we're talking about the United States, obviously there, but Palantir also has a Canadian subsidiary, Palantir Canada. They started this in late 2019.
all right.
And hired as president in August 2019. So their first president and their only president, because he's still serving in that role today, was a man named David McNaughton, who was from 2016 up until the day before being made president of Palantir Canada, Canada's ambassador to the United States. And so this was during, of course, Trump's first term in office. He was our ambassador to the United States. That's also when super lib Justin Trudeau was our prime minister. So why would arch-libertarian Peter Thiel and his conservative buddies want to, as the kids say, link and build with a guy who's only ever been a provincial and federal liberal operative in this David McNaughton? And I think it's exactly because he's always been a Liberal Party functionary and he's got experience in that private public hellscape that is our democracy, and it's that ever-expanding landscape, right? So yeah, this partnership of private corporations and public funds transcends the liberal-conservative dichotomy, which really is actually just two sides of the same coin anyway. It's not really a dichotomy. It's two sides of the same Bitcoin.
It's a cool word, yeah.
Yeah. Just before Palantir Canada was created, Palantir was added as a trusted vendor for artificial intelligence software by Public Services and Procurement Canada, and that was in 2019. So already in 2019, they're looking forward to looking ahead to this AI tech that now is really starting to come to fruition, kind of thing. In an article by Justin Ling for Open Canada from that time in August 2019, he outlined some of the reasons why Palantir would want to soften its own image and make inroads with the Liberal government here in Canada, and also why this relationship would be beneficial for the Canadian government, which at the time had ambitions for its own cyber intelligence capabilities. If you'll remember Bill C-59, that was a huge national security, cybersecurity surveillance bill that was passed just a couple months before Palantir Canada was founded in June 2019. So in 2020, 9 federal Liberal officials, including Chrystia Freeland, General Jonathan Vance, Chief of Defense Staff, and Navdeep Bains, Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, they were all dinged by the Canada's Ethics Commissioner and ordered to have no contact with McNaughton for a year due to meetings that they had with the Palantir Canada president, where he offered pro bono assistance. And this is in violation of the Conflict of Interest Act. A quote from a CBC article here. The act prohibits former public office holders from acting in such a manner as to take improper advantage of their previous public office. Also from that article, Freeland and McNaughton, who worked closely on negotiating the updated trade deal with the U.S. and Mexico back in 2017-18, had three general discussions about the novel coronavirus in March, during which McNaughton talked about what Palantir was doing to help other governments on a pro bono basis. And Palantir was working with the UK government very closely about with the NHS. At that time.
They've already released the
Pardon me, yes,
nanobots into your blood.
Wait a minute.
guys, go on without me.
Your nose is
He
bleeding,
said
man.
Peter Thiel one too many times and it just activates.
They've already.
Because I thought he was always a shady guy, but you know a lot about him, so that's interesting. I thought he was kind of like just in the back.
Not too much.
Well,
shit.
he was in the background, and he's kind of coming to the forefront. So, I also just want to share, this was just published by the Globe and Mail a couple days ago. Palantir shares jumped to new heights as soaring AI demand powers forecast upgrade. So the stock has doubled this year and grown over 600% in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
because it's all pointing towards AI.
yep, and they also have these very profitable government partnerships and government contracts. And also, so David McNaughton also serves on Prime Minister Carney's Council on Canada-U.S. Relations.
Yeah, they're killing him now.
All right,
They're killing him.
The waves are coming
Yeah.
down. From
I'm gonna push through.
You got Havana syndrome
I'm
right
gonna
now,
push
or
through.
what?
Yeah. I feel vaguely anxious. I feel vaguely
headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've shot me with a ray gun. Anyway, so also to go even deeper on just how small of a circle this little cabal goes.
Yeah, Cabal's good.
Let's go cabal. I was going to say ring of demons, but I mean this cabal just cuts to the chase. David McNaughton's partner, maybe wife, I don't know, longtime partner, is Leslie Noble, longtime Ontario Progressive Conservative operative, who notably served as co-campaign manager for those lovely Mike Harris governments when he won his two majority governments. She started the company Strategy Corp.
That's fake. That sounds fake,
right? All these things sound so
super.
Well, also, what are any of these contracts? Basically, just personal information that they use and algorithms. Like, I don't know.
Well, Strategy Corp is like a lobbying firm slash. It's a government affairs, communications, and management consulting advisory firm.
Okay.
So they're basically lobbyists.
Lobbyists.
On top of that, she is now director at that lovely Austrian spa company that we all know about from the Ontario Place News, Therma.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The company that the Ford government awarded the use of Ontario Place to, right, with that 95-year lease.
Oh.
95 years. Yeah. Well, how many years have all those secret sacrifices?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So this is yet another public-private partnership, right? Of Therma with its, it's using its own dollars to build the spa and all this, but the Ontario government is kicking in a bunch of money to build a huge parking garage near there. The Ontario government is also building like public beaches and public parks around Ontario Place that some critics are calling a subsidy to Therma essentially. And also this company Therma is just like possibly like lying about its credentials and like doesn't actually have the ability to deliver on what it's promising and stuff. There's all kinds of wacky stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens with a lot of. I've seen like these businesses from China that will sell like a nation some sort of product, some sort of like massive like building kind of infrastructure, and then like just not do it and rip them off somehow. Like they'll build the infrastructure, but people go there and there's abandoned buildings there. But that is what I got from when you said potentially they couldn't deliver what they have. But I don't know, not in Toronto. That would be the biggest like embarrassment scam in a long time.
It would be an embarrassment, and I mean, I mean, like, and this whole Ontario Place property, you know, it goes back into all kinds of already embarrassing chapters of Ontario history. This Leslie Noble also has all kinds of casino and gaming ties going back to the Harris days. You know, some people think that they want to turn this Ontario Place spa into a casino. You know, Doug Ford has said not a chance kind of thing, but Doug and Rob Ford have both wanted Toronto casinos at different times, so we'll see what happens.
Island? Maybe.
Well, not on the island, like on the waterfront there.
Is there any casinos in Toronto?
No.
No.
Maybe that's why.
I think they wanted a downtown one at one point,
Should
but
we open our own casino?
we only if it's illegal though.
Okay.
Like I don't want it legally underground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little
Underground.
a little speakeasy.
Yeah.
Like a
okay.
milk bar.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Milk bars are underground.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
warm milk.
Nice.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, basically, you know, these people even when they're out of, you know, elected government, or they're no longer working in politics, you know, they're still
Money hungry.
they're still in, you know, they still have
Yeah.
their hands on the levers of power, and they still have those relationships with politicians, both conservative and liberal, right? It's really just such a small group of people that are making so many decisions that go beyond what they've been elected to do, or you know, what anybody's been elected to do.
So Thermos, is Thermos Canadian? Is Therma Canadian, or is it like?
Therma's Austrian, but there is Therma Canada as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did say Wonderful Austria earlier. That's right.
Yeah.
And it's a health bar that's actually a demon.
Yeah, it's like an urban wellness company.
That's baloney.
Right. It's just those words should make you slightly nauseous, but that might just be the Havana syndrome.
What fluids do they make come out of people there? Is it like they kill people?
They
With
harvest
Havana syndrome or at the spa?
at the spa.
Yeah, the spa. Do they like drain your like make you drink eels?
Your chakras.
I think they probably.
They drain your chakras.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to
Fill your
send
chakras.
Brian. We're gonna send you
Bona?
to the spa
Oh my
when they
God.
when
I
they
would love
finally
that.
build it.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Massive cult.
with my
Yeah.
Ray-Ban sunglasses and go in and record everything.
In your backwards.
No, just dress them like that and walk
back,
in.
yeah.
Actually, I would.
You would fit in,
probably
dude.
look just like most of the
you
people
would,
there.
You would look like most of the employees, probably. Yeah.
So one thing I was curious about was like, maybe it's just when you're used to signing contracts and closing deals, you just can't help yourself, and you're just like, I just
Oh,
got
it's
to
money.
keep this going.
Money and power.
Yeah, I mean-
age-old thing. Yeah.
It's also just like, you know, it's so easy to make it sound like a conspiracy theory, right? Like
Yeah.
Canada's ambassador to the U.S. gets tapped by this guy who's basically installing vice presidents and presidents, right?
Yeah.
To run his company, and you know, maybe it's no coincidence that we start hearing 51st state talk right, you know, within years of that. But anyway,
Yeah, I do feel like there are elements where people are, you know, dropping C's on purpose like that. People that we don't even know.
yeah, and like, you know, being in violation of ethics laws, which, you know, results in a tiny little slap on the wrist, and they, you know, they say that the meetings didn't result in Palantir being awarded any government contracts, but you know,
For how long? Like a week?
right, exactly, and either way, like, even if Palantir Canada is not maybe as successful as they were hoping or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, defense software and military AI has just absolutely taken off since then, right? To the point where in the last few years, Palantir's stock has grown 600%. I think at the time, Palantir wasn't even profitable technically. Like when
I don't think they were till recently.
till quite recently, exactly, right? So, you know, they clearly think it's worth it to make these inroads with government. And speaking of government, you know, we've got Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry forming the most cringy couple in the entire world.
God.
But we also have another former prime minister who's engaging in very on-brand activity.
Cringy sexual activity.
Oh, he's in bed with someone.
I don't, yeah. Well done, Brian. All right, so Oz Ventures, or AWZ, I think they call it
It's
Oz.
Oz,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oz Ventures Incorporated is a venture capital firm based in Toronto, with offices in the United States and Israel. According to its website, the Oz Global team is made up of elite security and investment professionals with dedicated general partner teams on the ground in Israel for each of our funds. Also from the website, Oz actively supports our carefully selected portfolio companies whose next-generation artificial intelligence-powered technologies benefit from our hands-on approach to foster their growth and success. In 2019, former Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper joined Oz Ventures as a partner and as president of the advisory committee, a role that he fills currently, according to their website. In September 21, the company drew criticism here and in Israel from human rights advocates for looking to facilitate the sale of surveillance technologies, including facial recognition tech, to the United Arab Emirates, a country that has long been accused of spying on and detaining journalists, as well as plenty of other human rights abuses. According to a CBC article on this, Oz's co-founder and spokesperson, Yaron Ashkenazi, said the firm invests in defensive security technologies which are designed so that they cannot be circumvented or reverse engineered for nefarious purposes.
Because they're already nefarious?
Yeah.
You can't make these good.
Yeah, and also, of course you can't reverse engineer it because you guys want to keep selling it.
Yeah, that's the whole idea,
Ashkenazi said his firm works diligently with its portfolio companies to ensure they comply with the highest ethical and regulatory investment standards in Canada and other markets in which we operate. That's his quote. Just you got to put that out there. You gotta.
I believe
that's
him.
what he said exactly, and Brian believes him. Brian, cool guy, he believes him
Because Fred Durst believes everything.
Yeah, we programmed Fred Durst AI to believe him.
We mix Brian with Fred Durst and AI. That's what we got.
That shit's scary, though. Have you seen some of the tech they do? It's like the camera will just be like, there's a dude, and he's like, that guy's throwing something.
Yeah, it's
Murder.
like predictive policing. It's
Minority Report?
basically
Very much
Yeah.
so, yeah.
It's
what
like
were they called? Pre-crime?
exactly.
That's where we're going a little bit.
Pre-crime.
Brian's got some pre-crime.
I'm
I think.
pre-criming.
Okay, then in early, keep it on the rails.
Yes.
Early December 2023, so just a couple months after Hamas and other smaller groups attacked Israeli military, police, and civilian targets, and so near the start of the Israeli military response to that terrorist attack, an article was published in The Breach detailing, they claim for the first time in Canadian media, details about some of the Israeli companies that Oz funds. So I'll just quote from that article basically here. And one of the companies sells an artificial intelligence program used in a dozen Israeli municipalities that deploys surveillance footage to identify people gathering, throwing stones, wearing hoodies. Another company is called EH.I, which is funded by Oz, announced that it would sell drone communication technology to the Israeli police to be used by Border Patrol and SWAT units. The company said it also expected deals with the Ministry of National Security, the National Prison Authority, National Fire Rescue Authority, Police Special Forces. There's also some behavioral recognition software made by an Oz company called V-Sites. It's also used in 12 Israeli cities, including Jerusalem. The most successful venture that Oz has invested in is cybersecurity company Pantera, which was valued at $1 billion in 2022. It was founded by a former head of the IDF cyber warfare group, and its product is in use at 10 government departments, according to Israeli media outlet Israel Hayom. Harmonic produces head-mounted command and control displays. It's got a partnership with the Israeli Police's aviation unit.
Actually, kind of sounds sick.
What?
All this.
Like in
I
a,
mean,
in a
like-
good
Well, you
way?
know what it's being used for now, right? Like we're
like in war, you can't run or hide. Now, when you're walking
Yeah.
the street, you can't run or hide. Like,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean,
everything you see going on in Britain and the UK, that's like
Yeah.
10 years ahead. That's coming here.
You
Right,
can
like-
also find videos on Twitter of a doctor walking into his house being followed by a drone in Palestine and the entire building with his family inside of it being blown up.
Jesus.
So like, did the drone just like wait? Just,
Follow them and targeted them, and then the
Okay.
strike comes. So later in that article, they interview an author called Anthony Lowenstein, who wrote a book called The Palestine Laboratory. Then from the article here, Lowenstein's book explores how Israel's occupation has become an incredibly effective testing ground for huge amounts of tech and repressive technology, whether it's drones or spyware or facial recognition technology, biometric tools, whatever it may be. At this time, December 6, 2023, when that article was published, 16,248 Palestinians had already been killed. And so one last excerpt from that Breach article, or maybe it's a different one. I don't know. It doesn't matter. A recent quoting. A recent investigation by the Israeli publication Plus 972 has linked the large number of civilian deaths in Gaza to the Israeli army's increasing use of AI to develop target lists. This has led to a much larger bombing campaign than was previously possible, and a large number of strikes on residential addresses.
Does Palestine have money for AI?
No. The use of AI has let Israel create a mass assassination factory, one former Israeli intelligence officer told Plus 972. I'll just keep going. Another Breach article from 2024 states, according to the New York Times, hundreds of Palestinians have been targeted by an expansive and experimental spying effort to collect and catalog the faces of Palestinians. At times, civilians have been wrongly flagged as Hamas militants and then interrogated and tortured. The facial recognition technology the Israeli military is relying on was created by Israeli tech company Coresight. Founded in 2019, the company officially launched after receiving a $5 million investment from Oz Ventures, the firm where Harper is a leading partner and president of its advisory committee. So yeah, this stuff should absolutely horrify you.
Oh, it does. When you look into the future of AI, like you're explaining here, like the little bricks in the wall that are being placed until we're totally cut off, and the new AI curtain is here, right?
Yep.
We're gonna I was thinking how imagine an AI was able to look up all your search history and hold it for ransom now, instead of just the guy,
Instead of just the classic scammer that
now this thing has ways to go back and different access ways, literally hold you at ransom.
And not only that, but also we've seen AI in action. It's not very good. It makes mistakes all the time. Like it's saying here.
So far.
Exactly. Yeah. So
not long
but they're using it even when it's making mistakes, right? So let me just quickly wrap up. Earlier this year in January, The Breach published another article. Here's the first couple paragraphs. I'll read the introduction of it. An investment firm led by former Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper is behind technology used to mass surveil refugees and asylum seekers in prison-like camps across Greece, The Breach has learned. The spy tech, developed by Israeli startup companies owned or backed by Harper's venture capital fund, Oz Ventures, is part of a sprawling $55 million EU-funded, so again, public dollars, surveillance system known as Centaur that has been widely criticized by human rights organizations.
These names,
Very
man,
cool.
Every name is
That's a
so
good one.
ominous.
Pantera,
It's so
Centaur,
it's-
Morningstar,
It's horrifying.
oh my god,
Absolutely.
they're
stomach
what
churning.
biblical warning term can we use? You
Yeah.
know?
Greece's Ministry of Migration is rolling out the surveillance system at dozens of camps, including one camp that an advocate told The Breach is Europe's testing ground for tools and policies then spread elsewhere on the continent. Amnesty International has described it as a dystopian nightmare where mostly Middle Eastern and African refugees are unlawfully detained in conditions that lack the most basic infrastructure and services. Are you guys familiar with the term imperial boomerang?
No.
I think it's an
Do
imperial
tell.
boomer.
Imperial boomer? Yeah. Stephen Harper is an imperial boomer.
No, what is it?
It's the idea that governments that develop repressive techniques, and in this case, is technologies now, to control colonial areas,
Yeah.
or in this case, refugee and displaced populations, occupied and oppressed populations. Those same governments will inevitably apply those technologies
home.
and techniques
Yeah,
to
that
its
makes
domestic populations.
Yeah.
So even if this stuff being done to Palestinians or refugees doesn't quite hit home, if that's not terrible enough, if that doesn't get you angry enough, just remember that, it can be used on us, and
It will be used on us.
it will
Yeah, they
be
want to
used on
perfect it
us.
first.
I'm telling you.
Because I
Exactly.
feel like that's the Harper. It's a win-win for people like Harper, where they have the inroads anyway, and then they can just come through. They make a bunch of money because the Middle East has always been stable, and
Yeah.
they make money on war. That's a win, and they can also test shit out in a place that's not in the home soil, and they can, once it's perfected, they can bring it back this way. That makes sense.
Everything's gonna be AI.
We-
You're gonna have some major breakthroughs. I presume in human history there will be. There's gonna be good. There has to be good.
Well, I
But
mean,
I don't know if it's gonna outweigh the bad. We're gonna be encapsulated in everything.
we can't pretend like this is a new scientific advancement on war is the reason
Yeah.
that we have a lot of beneficial things. It's just maybe 20% of them by accident happen to be beneficial to the general population. The rest
Right.
is just for control.
And even stuff that is beneficial, you certainly don't want to know how that sausage was made. Right?
exactly, because it was by accident. Like it wasn't for that
Well,
purpose.
you go back to now what it's doing to the environment, to Canada, or not Canada, but like
Well, yeah, I mean, data centers and huge, just the environmental impact,
were
not
talking
even
about,
just the human impact.
Texas
Yeah, exactly.
and Memphis there, the OpenAI Center.
Yeah.
They're running at 1.2 gigawatts infrastructure.
Oh, OpenAI or
This is
That's the
this is
XAI,
Project, this
the-
is Project Stargate. That's an aerial photo where you have four massive, like, huge, like
Facilities
airports.
that-
yeah, and then it's like for doing one inquiry on AI.
Yeah. For hey, Grok, is this picture of Cindy Sweeney real or not?
And then the generators start up and the smoke plumes out. Like, it's
dude,
real,
I don't know. I
real
was like,
issue.
how do I cook garlic?
Yeah.
And the AI answer was pretty fucking good.
Sometimes they're good,
So,
sometimes they're dreadful.
it
for like
is
the
10 times the amount
Google
of-
AI thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
It's
amount of
so much power to be like, it's not good.
And again, this is a negative effect on
Go to the
people
hospital.
in those cities. In the case of Memphis, it's always no matter where it is, it's always going to be the poorest people
Yeah,
are getting the
yes.
most affected by pollution, and public dollars are going into these facilities, are going into holding hearings and stuff. Like, it's a huge waste of public time and public dollars. Tucson, I think it was Tucson, their city council just unanimously voted to not have an Amazon data center in their municipality. So yeah, and people were so stoked about it.
It is funny that that flipped where people were vying for it, but then I think when you realize the impact,
Oh yeah,
like people just see the
it's like
money
having
at
the
first,
sriracha
right?
plant in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
Like, the sriracha apparently smells so bad.
it probably is
Really?
horrible. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
It's
everyone around it.
any kind of food processing is rough.
Yeah.
It's so delicious on your food, but it smells so bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Memphis was. I looked it up and I learned it's called sacrifice zones, which is where all the people live around it.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
you
nice
ever heard
name
that?
for where everybody who you don't care about lives.
Sacrifice zone.
Yeah,
Is that Tornado Alley?
It's where you put all the people in Memphis that listen to Creed. Ha ha! But they also
My sacrifice
you get that,
zone.
and you get 50 times the
Yeah.
chance of cancer, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
With the 6G towers and whatnot. I just looking at the progression of AI and what the government's using it for. You could get to a possibility where they're trying to find the best results with AI through all this constant data they're giving in, even personal, everything. Right.
Right.
And they're going to be looking at how the AI, these different AIs, can give them information to do things better, right? Better, like, they're going to keep working at it, right?
Yeah, like that's always always the pitch.
But it's going to be to this thing where it's like you're like growing these like AI gods now, right? Like there's always going to be like the pinnacle of AI that the country wants that will defeat the other in warfare tactics.
Right.
And then what happens when you have potentially those AI, they could speak together?
Oh yeah. Well,
Potentially
yeah, it's
AI
the classic
could
Terminator.
lie
Yeah.
the AI could lie, and then it's like the end
There's
result
the-
is that they need to purge. Right?
Yeah, there's the apocalyptic finish line, and the whole course is just dystopia where everyone's jobs are taken, creative fields are wiped out. AI, instead of predicting,
Where you work
instead of
right now.
diagnosing cancer early, it's instead denying you health care.
Yeah.
You're not gonna where you work. They'll never replace you.
No, they couldn't. No.
Even if there was like a viable sort like right there, like they would choose to make like
Well, you know what? A choice does need to be made at a certain point. Like the people of Tucson, and then luckily their city council responded. I should check my phone. I'm pretty sure it was Tucson. Either way, shout out Tucson.
yeah.
JoJo left
Tucson.
his home in Tucson, Arizona. But I mean, my final thought is just I think it's
That's a good song. Anyway.
what my sacrifice. I think it's
Zone?
I think it's absolutely enraging and horrifying that our former prime minister, who was just, months ago on the TV telling us how to vote, is funding and developing and profiting off of genocide and unfathomable human suffering. Yeah, no, I don't know what else
It's
to
like
say other
hundreds
than
of
that.
millions of dollars. Like when I saw it was I think 130, but I think that number is
350,
low
I think,
now.
as of a few years
I was
ago.
going to say 3 now.
Well,
yeah.
if Mark Carney's asking Stephen Harper and his team how to negotiate with Trump,
Right.
what else is he asking him about?
Oh yeah, well that's
How
just
can
it.
we implement this AI, your evil AI,
Exactly. Yeah, you've got
your evil Israeli.
Stephen Harper, saying, well, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it without the U.S. So out with Palantir Canada, in with Oz Ventures.
It seems like a lot of people are trying to get ahead of the game before regulation is in effect.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, with the Musk thing, he put for that super factory, he put like so many illegal generators on like 3 times the amount he was supposed to have.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Just 24/7.
Yep.
Ruining everything. 3 ethanol. Wait, methanol.
Here's an edit.
There
Get
are
it,
3
get it.
methane-powered turbines currently operating despite a permit for only 15, located in a
Spider
poor,
permit?
predominantly black community with high rates of pollution-related illnesses.
sorry. Wait, go
So
back.
Elon
What
Musk
was
is-
this from the Elon Musk place?
Yeah, what that translates to is X, or whatever his stupid company's called, will pay a $200,000 fine to just keep
That's
doing
nothing.
exactly what they've been doing.
To freak you out more, that Mr. Kraft or Alex Karp,
Yeah. Oh
he's
God.
been quoted. They say crazy.
They
Oh,
say
like,
insane
was
things.
he
dude.
one guy where like humans shouldn't have right to water or something like that? Who was that?
He
All
literally
of
says he
them.
wants to dominate. Like he doesn't want to win or lose. He wants to dominate and crush whoever. And he's like, occasionally our stuff kills people. That's how it be.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he just
like,
says that publicly.
They're also, I think, Alex Karp just spoke at a I don't know, like a defense. I should have my phone for this one, but Alex Karp just spoke at like some defense industry convention or whatever, and people were protesting, and they want to make that a terrorist act.
Ooh.
They want to charge those people with domestic terrorism.
Oh, he.
They're
Wow.
protesting.
Really?
Yeah, for protesting. Which is a pretty fundamental, basic thing to
Well,
do.
what was that movie you were talking about with the 3 boobs? Is that the one where they predict like a future crime and then they
Twin.
Those are
double
different.
like bad
Those are
actors?
yeah.
Twin
Oh, different
action?
movies?
Triplets.
Whoops.
It's called.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No,
so-
you're
no,
combining
Total
several
Recall.
movies.
Total Recall. is
Total
what-
Recall.
That's future crime, right? Or am I wrong?
No, that's Minority Report.
Okay. Oh shit, you're right. Okay.
Where did the
Never
chick
mind.
with 3 tits come from? It's only in.
Everything's 3 tits with him.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it.
Anyway, that's a great. On that very professional note,
Yeah, that's good.
I just want to say, shout out to the journalists that actually did
Yeah.
all the
And the
work.
environmental guy too, for trying.
When do you think that they're gonna have a future where they're
Justin Link, Charlie Pinkerton, The Breach, and
The morality.
special shout out to Twitter account Corrupterio, which is a fun follow.
Yes, there was a
Ooh.
quote by that guy.
Thank you, sirs.
The same guy that you were talking about earlier. He says Canadians should be outraged. Canadian capital is complicit in Israeli apartheid and occupation. That's pretty
Fact.
brutal, but true. I
Fact.
guess. Which it's weird because I didn't know until like not long ago about any of this.
Well, I mean, we also sell them just straight up bullets and
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like you didn't know, Brian. It's like it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow,
right. It's
Right,
it's
'cause
it's hard to think about. Yeah.
right? Like until it's just wait till the facial recognition. When I was at work, this girl I was talking with, she's like, "Oh yeah, I worked at this resort nearby. It's one of my previous jobs, and to sign in, it was face recognition."
Yeah.
I was like,
Brutal.
and she's talking about it like it's like punching in a card.
Like
but
it's so
like
right. Yeah.
I'm like, and what are they gonna do when they get all that information stolen, right? Like it's, I mean,
Personal freedom, yeah.
yeah, I mean, who cares about some Joe schmo schlubs like us, right? I mean, if there's an issue with our data being stolen, then we just have to deal with it ourselves. But I guess it's when it's being used maliciously. I don't
It's
know.
when it's used, like predictive policing is a big one. Like just talking domestically, like not even talking about the people being absolutely brutalized by technology right now. But yeah, it's stuff like predictive policing that, everything from racial profiling to just incorrect
predicting. Predictive policing.
Yeah, incorrect.
Call it the real
mistaken
thing.
identity. Call it.
Pre-crime.
What's that?
Pre-crime.
Pre-crime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting pre-crime all over the place. Anyway,
And rails.
you have to be able to joke about things, or else you will literally throw
Right.
yourself
yeah,
off
I
of
mean,
a.
it's,
a
pretty
cliff.
serious tone talking about this, and
Well, we were
screwed.
texting
and-
last night. And he was starting to he was like, they're coming.
Well, it's dude. It
Yeah.
like this is stuff that is just so There's surprisingly few articles about Oz Ventures especially and stuff like that. But like this is stuff that is just on people on these companies' websites out in the open. This is stuff
that's
that
not the stuff
this
they're
is stuff that they should be absolutely ashamed about and hiding. This should be backroom stuff that nobody knows about. But instead, we get to see all of because they're not ashamed. They're
They don't care.
proud and
It's under the masquerade of them doing something good, right?
yeah.
They'll tell you all the stuff that.
Although
they're
that
doing
said,
well.
Oh yeah.
have you guys ever delved into alternative means of getting this information? Because I'm thinking there's got to be stuff that we don't know about, like
course.
a deep web styles that we can find or whatever, or dark web. I mean, is it dark web
Dark
so
web is
all
a thing.
depends
or
on
Yeah.
just
where-
whatever?
It's
Because I'm
4chan
just
where
like if I'm
everything
googling.
is leaked now.
If I'm googling like Google's corruption on Google, I imagine
right.
they're not going to be forthright.
I mean, there is still like an openness, to an extent.
oh, but
And again, I think a lot of that openness is because they are not
yeah, they don't feel
ashamed.
bad about it. Yeah.
Also because
Yeah.
things aren't illegal. There are a bunch of regulations for a Canadian company selling arms to foreign governments. Like this company, if Oz Ventures made if they manufactured guns or ordnance, they would be the sale of those things would be regulated. They couldn't just sell stuff to the UAE. But this technology and like software is not regulated. That stuff they can just sell openly. So yeah, they and going back to like Palantir and stuff and why Peter Thiel is so happy to work with Republican governments and all this, like he's another anti-regulation kind of guy. He doesn't want any kind of guardrails on what he can do. And often those regulations are there to protect dumbasses like us,
Yep.
who just want to sit around and
Just one of those
They're making
days.
AI trucks that help shoot better, drones
Yep.
like super drones.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
yeah.
Palantir
Palantir's
is disgusting.
scary. And AWS, they've or Owls. I
Oh,
should say.
AWZ, yeah.
Yeah. They do Amazon Web Services.
Well,
Services.
They do. They
It's
do a
German.
lot of. They have 17 companies that I know of. And that was an old article, I think. They might have
Yes,
more.
all
So-
Israeli companies, I believe. Yeah,
just wait till they get these humanoids walking around with the AGI,
What is that?
the artificial
Generative? Oh.
intelligence or general intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like that's like your, I think that's the term they use. AGI for like when I can ask an inquiry to if you're the AI and you talk back to me like it's consciousness.
I say Oz Ventures is promoting good values around
Right?
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, it's crazy what AI can do. Eh? If you trick it to saying certain
Yeah,
things,
yeah, sure, yeah.
right? You can coerce it.
Well, that's just it. Like, it has absolutely no real benefit right now, and it's being used so
What do you mean?
stupidly.
Look at the photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the
like,
cats.
the have you seen what some of these people ask Grok on Twitter? Like we are
Never,
we are
yeah.
becoming so illiterate
Yeah.
and so
Like very basic stuff. Like
the most basic stuff and just like stuff that you could Google and dig into yourself.
Well, that's another thing.
Like why
right?
would you not? That's fun.
You ask the question
One-
on Google now, and the answer is right there.
Well, also yeah. Then they try to give you the AI.
My theory is that there's going to be another huge blackout, and it's going to last for a couple weeks, and so many people are going to die. So many people.
Honestly, bring it on. Bring it on.
Good. No, like just imagine that you're so self-reliant
yeah,
on
yeah.
Google. That's okay. Google will tell me to fix this really quick, and all of a sudden it's like bang, everything's gone. You're like, whoops.
Well, there's a whole theory that
do I-
if you make your prison comfortable, you don't realize you're in
Yep.
one.
Yep. It's
And you're
it's
just cruising. I mean, I think
That is basically
frog
what
in boiling water.
That's basically what AI is trying to do. You don't have to think for yourself. You don't have to.
Your phone.
They're worried about
You don't have to
now,
learn any
yeah,
new
they're actually-
hobbies.
yeah, they're worried
You don't
about
have to try to paint. You don't have to try to draw. You don't have to try to
Actually,
make music.
that's the one thing, right? Music and imagery it can redo, but like it doesn't change like physically painting. I don't know.
No, it's not.
I guess producing a painting is what you're saying.
just you don't have to do anything for yourself ananymore.
Yeah.
The computer will do it for you, and
Not everything.
some people. Yeah,
Why are you looking at me?
well, we're on,
Well,
the
because
day that happens, the day that it's like get your AI girlfriend and it has
this is
all
our
the-
this is
yeah.
our AI co-host. That's even better.
Dude, my friend was like freaking out 10 years ago about this.
Yeah.
He's like way into it. He plays golf virtually, so you can imagine.
Oh, so he wants
the
to have
transition's
virtual-
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty much there.
But I'm just saying,
already.
like, imagine.
I gotta play some virtual golf to get him away from my virtual wife.
Yeah, there was a video of a guy who he had the Google Lens on and he's cooking like food on the barbecue on his patio,
Okay.
and he has his AI girlfriend accosting him as he's doing it. He's, like, having-
Like yelling at him?
yeah, like they're getting into an argument or something like that.
You're burning
and, like,
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
that's
someone's like
lovely.
she didn't like the certain like toppings on it, so they changed it, and then she wanted it back on, and it's just like. But.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's gonna get to that point where it's like people who struggle with romance and finding a relationship. What happens if there's people who
Well, it's just
who
easier.
are taking photos of other people on subways talking to AI, like literally having a conversation, like, "Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?"
Yes. So microplastics, that's why my penis doesn't work.
Brian, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it's because you're AI, and AI
Yeah.
is
My AI
absolutely
girlfriend.
dreadful.
You
AI
ruined
just
my-
does not work very well. We're still working out the penis kinks.
Imagine getting dumped by your AI girlfriend.
I
Imagine
mean, it's probably for the best.
Oh.
Anyway,
Canadian AI.
yeah, yeah. So I think we could like make a little series out of this. Find out some other companies that are in the Canadian tech space. Hey, I'm in the Canadian tech space. I'm really excited about AI.
How long ago did Mitch Marner quit on the Leafs?
Yeah. Hey, what do you do for work? What do you? Oh yeah, AI is gonna take that away. So
What are some top
I'm
Canadian
better than you. So.
AI prompts
Oh boy.
you could put in there?
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Hey Grok, who is the Canadian Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who is it?
Now you got me thinking.
Canadian Sydney Sweeney.
Who is the Canadian Sydney Sweeney?
Shania Twain. I don't know. Obviously not.
Population numbers, you guys do, you bat above average.
For entertainment industry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just in general, yeah.
Someone said you just go to Arkansas or like somewhere mid-south and you find like 100 Sydney Sweeneys.
No.
Sure. She was yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard to
Like,
separate like
blonde hair, dead eyes,
yeah, it's
two good personalities,
it's hard to separate
and Aryan genes.
what it's hard to know what is real anymore. Like
You can tell
the
like, a little bit.
popularity that she has online or like
Oh, it's just
how much does that translate to the
not her acting
70% of people who are not online, right, or Twitter or whatever.
100%. I'm just like, I think it's just, dudes felt like they were in the trenches for a little bit. They were under fire. They couldn't,
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
couldn't be
In the
bros.
trenches.
They
You
wanted,
weren't allowed to.
Oh, you weren't
they,
allowed
they
to bro
wanted.
out,
I
yeah?
guess they missed.
It was a thought crime to like blondes.
yeah, with huge tits. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
actually
Yeah.
apparently.
That was a
And then
pre-crime.
now it is kind of, and guys are just like, wait a second, and then now there's kids going like seeing these revolts with the ad, and then they're saying like, if you like this, if you like her because what she stands for, you're fascist.
Yeah,
They got the
nobody's
comics.
actually saying that though. Like
I
nobody's,
don't know.
Nobody's saying that.
I don't
Yeah,
go
that's a
on Twitter.
smokescreen, my
I'm
man.
sure you could find some dumbass like comments about it.
Well,
but, like,
sure, but like,
on both sides. But I mean, good for American Eagle. I thought they were dead.
well, that's the thing.
That
is
is a
like,
great
mm,
ad
but
campaign.
American
but
Eagle just
again-
got a ton of free.
Yeah.
Like they
They
do
did,
exactly
right?
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Everyone can see that. Like everyone, like it's very.
Do you think that with
transparent.
the jeans? 'Cause I think the one was literally spelled "great jeans."
Yeah,
but, like,
it was.
Yeah, no. This is a very obvious.
But
Yeah.
you're allowed to say "woman's beautiful," right?
Yes. Yes. Yes, you
You're
are.
allowed to, right?
I
So
have.
then
I
some
did do
people,
that.
You know, so
That's because you're.
That was my
that's because you're
flirt move
backwards
the other
hat
day.
boy.
My flirt move was,
Hey, beautiful.
you are beautiful. And then I like hung up. I was like,
Wait, who are you? Who are you calling? Were you Romeo dialing?
CRA
she
agent.
said it worked. ... I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll take it.
You are beautiful.
Yeah,
You are
that's my go-to. Is
You ever say that in real life
honesty.
to a woman? Not you. You don't count.
Okay.
Me? I say it out loud to
I know,
a lot of people.
But when
I
you're,
call my wife beautiful all the time.
okay, so we're gonna.
Okay, so
I do want to go. Well, you want to talk about
We'll talk
romantic
about-
stuff.
we'll talk
right?
about romance.
Well, we can cut this.
Yeah.
We can.
Stay tuned.
We'll decide where it goes. This can be an add-on. This can stay in. Maybe this is a whole part by itself. But do you think AI could help you romantically in the future? Could you
No.
could you Google? Okay, I'm not saying like you're plowing a piece of-
Romantically.
Hey, Grok, how do I riz up this baddie?
I hope so, because YouTube is not helping me. A lot of
Place your
misinformation
hands
on
at
there.
your side. Do you watch one of those? Like,
Oh my God, my
fold the
algorithm?
napkin 3 places and place a spoon.
Is this like a etiquette?
Yeah, are you
YouTube
watching-
etiquette
are you
course?
watching etiquette?
Is that what gets the ladies going?
No,
Is
no.
it-
I'm just wondering.
Some of them.
Do you think like we're
The
getting
small
to
four?
a point where it's just like input your crush's data?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Height.
So, like,
What is she like?
Yeah,
Her
yeah, yeah. How do you,
ethnicity, right? And then it's just like you should try taking this girl to Osmos. You know?
optimize your riz.
It's usually a guy with like a GoPro in a bush for some reason with like like a puka shell
No.
necklace, and he's just like, I've had sex with a lot of women. I'm 70 years old now. Let me give you my knowledge. That's where I'm at right now.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And it's as,
You know
as
what?
bad
I'm
of
trying to keep it
info.
up within the
That's
AI
better than
feed.
AI. That's better than AI, Brian. At least you're
hide in
getting
a
to
bush?
see a real
Yeah.
YouTube weirdo, which is what YouTube is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
You know, don't give me AI. Don't give me AI voice with like, describing terribly some like
I just can't wait for the
Sydney Sweeney recently did
Oh,
an
God.
American Eagle
Yeah.
ad,
Yeah.
and
it's
people are outraged.
bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, don't give me that. Give me some whack job in the bush.
whacking his job.
Yeah.
What's the what's the thing where you make it's like a Miku or something? Hatsune Miku, is that something? It's like Vocaloid. Have you ever heard of that? What
the No.
It's AI musicians in Japan
Oh, okay.
that is just beeps and boops and like tones.
Yeah.
And my relatives, like my younger relatives, do that.
Oh, you
So
were
that's
talking about
music now.
K-pop. K-pop.
Well,
They're making their own
They
music.
make their own AI music.
Yeah, with like algorithms. So
Man.
it's already there.
I don't want to sound like.
And you can make your own movies. Just imagine. Like,
Well, they're doing this. This Amazon's investing big in this showrunner technology thing where you can basically,
Yeah.
for the price of destroying the air quality for 12,000 people in Memphis,
Yeah.
you can make your own
Yeah,
Rick
movie.
and Morty
Yeah.
show. Wow,
Yeah.
cool.
well, it's gonna get like that, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
like, I think the future, like,
And that's we're losing a lot
Yeah.
by gaining that.
I mean,
you know?
imagine taking a young George Lucas and giving him that feature.
Yeah, and then nobody
Right?
sees what he made because everyone else is making their own
it's
fucking
the same
stupid show.
thing, right? Like, you're not the kid can express, like, when you're playing with action figures, right? And you have that vision in your head.
Yeah, but all these great
Of what's going on?
filmmakers, man, all
Well,
My
these, all
imagination
these
is
artists.
garbage now.
But it's the same
It's not-
recycled thing. You're not having this new visual. You're not,
Yeah,
even though.
it's not a tool that helps anybody get better at anything. It's a tool that makes you feel like you accomplished something without any work. You
Well,
know?
and then the government just accomplishes taking everything everywhere you've been.
Yeah, none of it matters anyway because we're all going to be followed home by drones and exploded.
Oh man, imagine the drone war. They have anti-drone technology now where they flick on and just kill switch.
I'm doing a get off my lawn thing already. Like, as I slowly die, I'm already starting to be like, oh, I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm going back to like, I need to touch tree bark and like go out to do stuff rather, because I do have that
Did
pull.
you see the new slur they're using for robots and AI?
Yeah, of course on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was actually used in Star Wars, the
Yes.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Imagine I say it now and I have to bleep it in the future.
Well, yeah, YouTube's flagging that. They're like, hey, wait a minute. YouTube AI that reviews
Yeah.
every
Can
second
I
of
say it?
the
Yeah.
millions
Can
of
I say it?
hours of footage.
I say clanker.
Yeah, you can say it because it's not actually a bad word, so you don't have to say it with that gravity.
Yeah.
Clanka.
There's a lot of gravitas.
Clanker.
All right,
Okay.
Oh no!
that was that one, guys. Thanks for everybody.
The end.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we can't get out of that one anymore.
Anyway, I think that's a good place.
We're gonna
to
have a
end it.
revolt, and I will try to be my best to be the next version of John Connor in the future when the machine.
I would love to find you. I think you would do just fine.
You think? Yeah. No, I would.
Well, he's jumping off a tub.
Yeah, I'm
into
gonna be
a
the guy that
building or
dies.
something.
Pretty much.
I'd twist my
immediately.
ankle and then get like just.
You drink wine. I remember wine in tubs was your go-to.
Oh,
or
that
Wine
was
something.
in
wine in
tubs?
Or maybe jumping off a
No,
tub.
no, his
into-
wines and cliffs.
Wines and cliffs. Yeah. No, yeah. My wife and I
a
just
bottle of wine
drinking
and then-
everything we've got and
Yeah.
having as much fun as we can, and then
They would see like this large. The robots would use their thermal vision, and then I think I'd be hiding, and then I would be under a whole bunch of rubble, and then they would see this large like biomass, and they don't know what it is, and they would just see like hot air, like, puffing out. And then they would just use their lasers to shoot through the wall at me, and I'd be dead. And that's where it's going.
yeah.
Oh, that's a nice thought.
But we all have our own ways, and it was a good chat though. It's horrifying. Thank you for bringing up the end of the world.
Yeah.
In one
I
different
mean,
way, right?
I think. I mean, I've already said my supposed final thoughts on it, but I hope that there are arrests and trials one day.
Well, there's got to be a reason why they're pushing it so fast
Nuremberg?
before people can make laws about
How do
it.
you say it? Nuremberg.
Where would we have the Canadian Nuremberg? Fuck, like
Yeah.
Pickering, Pickering, Ontario, the Pickering trials.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pickering trials. What's the one?
New Hamburg,
New Hamburg. Tecumseh.
New Tecumseh, yeah.
No, Tecumseh. Whatever.
Yeah.
Somewhere, anywhere.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Oh wait. Before we end,
Sure.
where can people research this AI stuff if they really wanted to?
I mean,
If you interested them, and they actually went to the end of the video here.
yeah, which they did.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I already shouted out sort of the journalists and the
Okay.
publications that I kind of found this stuff at, but yeah, like I said, not a ton is being, especially on like Oz Ventures and stuff. There's just not a ton out there, but there's some. You Google that stuff, you find some of the articles published by The Breach.
Yep.
The Breach does some good stuff. They do some YouTube videos and stuff too.
Are they
It's like a-
credible? Because that's
yeah,
where I
yeah.
found
No,
some
it's a
stuff.
really good little like smaller news org, and Justin Ling and Open Canada and stuff's good too. Justin Ling, he appears on podcasts too sometimes and stuff. The Trillium for more Ontario specific stuff, like going back to that Therma stuff. They did like a whole series on Therma and Leslie Noble's ties and everything. Yeah.
Good findings, sir.
Yep. All right.
Looking
Maybe
forward to it
we'll
again.
find some other stuff later.
Okay.
We'll keep digging.
All right. All right. Till then.
Keep digging this hole that we've dug ourselves a little, with this episode a little deeper.
Well, we'll see how far
Yeah.
it goes.
I don't know. I'll recover from the Havana syndrome eventually.
They got you good.
They did. They hit me with
got
that
you.
Ray, bro.
All right.
But
thank you.
A good Canadian lager.
Yeah, that
is,
was- yeah.
is the antidote to Havana syndrome.
We'll find out more about this lager.
That's right.
soon enough.
Actually, yeah, I don't know if I like how Canadian this lager
Yeah, it
is.
looks very proud.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can blame Fred Durst
Yeah, no
over here.
Thanks, my clients.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye. Thank you.